Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to throw a perfect strike when it comes to calculating your weekly active users over a rolling basis. So as a data analyst, you may be tempted to do this calculation by week start, so either Sunday or Monday. The problem with doing something like this is if the week is incomplete, then you're going to get a huge drop in numbers, like in the analysis behind me. This can be problematic because if it's in a BI dashboard, then people downstream may think there's something wrong with the business rather than with the data or the query logic. So to avoid this, what you can do is do a count of customers that log in on a weekly basis in a rolling fashion. So looking at each date and doing a count of customers over a trailing 7-day look back. This completely neutralizes the issue in the last chart. So let's go to MySQL and I'll show you how to do this. Okay, so here we are in MySQL. The first thing we need to do is just find a table of dates. So we have one right here, and it's got two columns. The second column is just a column of dates, and we're going to use this. Let's rename this table to dates. And specifically, the way we're going to use this is just taking this date column, and what we're going to do is add some logic in a join and do a count of customers that logged in on each of these dates and the trailing 6 dates before it for a total of a trailing 7 days. To make this possible, we need to do a join to our second table, which is going to be a customer login table. Ours is called fact player logins. Here's some example data, so it's just login dates by customer. Now let's do our left join over to this second table. On the login date from table 2 has to be less than or equal to this date. And the same login date has to be greater than 7 days ago for each of these dates. Let me show you how to do that. And all we simply need to do now is a count of customers from table 2. And because we're so impressed, we're going to call this WAU for weekly active users. Don't forget to group by. And let me revisit this join so I explain to you fully what's going on. In order to understand this better, let me just pull the same column of dates from table 1. Okay. So what this join is effectively saying is it's saying for each one of these dates in table 1, do a count distinct of customers that have logged in on this date or the trailing 6 dates. The trailing 6 dates logic is this second condition in the left join. So again, the second condition in the left join is putting a historical cap on the amount of data that's being read in from table 2. So what we're doing is this join is going through each one of these dates in the date column from table 1, and it's doing a count of customers that have logged in on each of these specific dates and on the trailing 6 dates before that, so that we get a count distinct of customers that have logged in on not only each of these dates, but on the previous 6 dates, so that we get a trailing 7 WAU value per date. Let me show you the finalized query, and let's go ahead and run this. To make sure we can get this to run, let's make sure that the customer ID is actually coming from our table 2 or our login table. So this right here needs to be changed to logins. Okay, great. So let's take this over to Excel. We can go ahead and chart this. And just make sure you have at least 7 days of leading data. This is just important in general when you're using any KPIs that are backward or forward looking. Okay, so here we are. We succeeded in changing weekly active users into a rolling metric. This is a huge advantage because it allows you to calculate time-based metrics on a rolling basis so that you don't have to wait for data or wait for a week or a month or a quarter to close out, but you can just run it so that you always have that data and aren't caught by surprise. If you like this tutorial, please continue to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Everyone have a great day.